Hi, this is Michael from Divorce Rehab, divorcing yourself from the world and rehabbing yourself through the scriptures. Today I want to share a little experience that I had yesterday when I got a brand new tire put on the front end of my motorcycle. And one of the things you have to realize when you pick a hobby after a divorce, you have to make sure that it's the right kind of hobby or the right kind of thing for you. And many men, after going through a divorce, they choose motorcycles, and it's a kind of a sensible choice in the sense that if it's going to be your daily drive like it is with mine, I spend probably about $70 a month in fuel. So to me, it's a very sensible source of transportation. However, you raise your risk of death and injury by 33% riding a motorcycle versus a car. So I want to show you a little bit about the aftermath of the spill that experienced. And so I'm going to show you a little bit of the evidence of it. I don't know how well it's showing up on the camera, but right there is a skid mark where I lost control. And if you look at the skid mark, you can see that the skid mark, it's not a very sharp, like I wasn't making a very sharp corner. It starts out and then toward the end it's straight, and possibly because I'm trying to correct as the tire slides out from underneath of me. Right here is some foot peg marks. And I probably was only doing about, I would say 10 miles an hour or so when it happened, but it was an accelerated 10 miles an hour. And so here's math on damage to my bike. So basically I broke a blinker. There's no scuff marks on the fairing itself because fortunately the motor guard protected me pretty well. And yeah, there is a little bit of scuffing right here. But fortunately, this foot peg right here even took a good bit of the brunt of the hit, and there's probably going to be a scratch there. The Gavi symbol is pretty well scratched up. Got a little bit of scraping here on the mirror. Fortunately, I did not have my hard cases on the sides, or else this one would have probably been completely crushed. But other than that, I really didn't do too bad. There's some scuffing on the helmet where my head hit the pavement, and we have a clutch shifter that has been broken, but it still works fine, and I'm probably not going to replace it right away. But anyway, the reason it's up is because when it comes to picking a hobby or something to do, if you're one of those kind of guys that is a little concerned or worried about possibly injuring yourself in some way, shape, or fashion with a hobby that you choose, well, there's always other things like kayaking and things like that you can do. Also, as a result of picking a hobby that is potentially dangerous, like motorcycle riding, I did suffer a little bit of an injury, and I'm going to show you what that injury was. I got a little bit of a scuff mark on my shoulder. Not only that, right after the accident, I was so stiff and I could barely move. I won't say that it was everything it took for me to pick up the motorcycle up off the ground, especially with this being, this bike weighs over 500 pounds. I was able to do it, but it was a bit challenging. So if you do decide to get into motorcycling and you want to pick a bike, pick something light if you're my age. Most men my age cannot pick that motorcycle up by themselves. And I've watched a lot of YouTube videos of guys going out on little adventure trips, because this is a dual sport adventure bike. And usually it takes anywhere between 3 to even, I've seen as many as 5 guys my age picking that bike up and lifting it up off of somebody that fell over in the dirt and the mud or whatnot. So fortunately for me, I'm in pretty good health. I work out, but I think God is just really taking care of me. And so right after that little spill, I was extremely sore, and about, I'd say, an hour and a half later, I found myself at a chiropractor's office getting all twisted up like a pretzel. And I immediately started calling people in the church, Christians that I know and stuff, and just telling them, look, I've been in a motorcycle accident. Please pray for me. And I think that with a good night's rest, people praying for me, and the hand of God, I'm doing okay. But what I want to point out is there are other hobbies that you can pick, like kayaking, like creek and river kayaking. It doesn't necessarily have to be whitewater kayaking. There's, boating and fishing. I mean, there's a whole lot of other hobbies that you can pick that are less dangerous. Now, I also typically pick hobbies that are beneficial to me for more than just fun. I pick hobbies that save me money or that are useful to me. Fishing is a very cheap hobby, but if you catch fish and you don't mind cleaning them and you don't mind eating fish, it can be beneficial. Not only beneficial, but therapeutic. And I happen to pick things that hobbies that get me out in nature and get me away from things and away from people, so that I can spend time reading scripture and connecting with God and meditating on His Word and in the silence and peace of nature. So anyway, I'm now here at the dealership where I get all of my work done on my motorcycle. And I'm going to go ahead and get the blinker replaced and fixed, possibly, hopefully today. I'll at least just the blinker today. And, here I am at Suzuki of Seneca. And I'll be taken care of and fixed, and I'll be able to go on my trip to Orlando, Florida next week. So cheers, brothers and sisters, and I hope you enjoy this video. I'll see you later. Bye.